Everyone, Clive at 5 here, bringing you something new, which I probably should not be starting new projects. As you know, I have LA Noire still to go. Always working on Portal 2 co-op, it seems. And there's always some sort of StarCraft thing going on that I'm working on, but this is actually kind of a neat story. I've been working at my current job for a few months now, and haven't really found that common ground with my boss. But we got started talking in our weekly meeting about video games, and he grew up during the 80s, and I guess I'm probably 10 years younger than he is, but we both had some of the same video game history. But anyway, he just raved about Red Dead Redemption. And, oops, I probably should not have done that. Now my console's going to restart, but I'm being windbaggy anyway, so you have nothing else to do except for maybe fast forward the video or something. I don't know. Please don't do that. So anyway, he absolutely raved about this game. He said that if I liked GTA, that I would love this game. And I've loved LA Noire so far. Well, I should say that I've actually finished the game. That's kind of one of the reasons why I have lagged a little bit in getting it finished, because now I know that what happens is I should have waited a little bit longer, probably. But anyway, so I'm going to play the first mission here, because, well, I'm kind of obligated to at this point, and I am curious to see what it's about. I've heard a lot of good things. Create a new save game file. Man, there's so much groundwork that needs to be laid. Yeah. Whenever starting a new game. Now there's going to be an opening cutscene, and I won't be able to play for like 10 minutes. So anyway, video games seems to be the common ground I have with my boss, which I think is nice, because it's something that I enjoy. Something he can talk about, something we can just chit-chat about instead of boring work stuff. I think he looks so much like Jim Raynor. If you played StarCraft, you would probably catch the resemblance, but wow, definitely Red, who I'm assuming is Red, that guy looks so much like Jim Raynor. too much going on yet.
Well, I, for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? That hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happy.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently, the Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other, and who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
And
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Over here!
Yeah, this is a civilized nation, after all. We're the civilized people.
You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Don't say.
All righty, Mr. Marston, let's get.
Really, you get down to the whorehouse. So long.
Bye.
Wow, this is, oh, there we go.
Take it slow on the way out of town. No need to kick up a lot of dust.
Evening. You don't say. Yeah.
Interesting. Tapping A to kick the goat. Well,
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is.
Go.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hold up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
I mean, that's not funny. Come on, I'm married too.
Come on.
Yeah, so it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just shooting a dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you're better off not knowing.
Wow, okay.
You don't look much like no Blackwater fella.
That's because I ain't.
If I'm being honest, I don't care much for those high... Not much at all.
Blackwater ain't much of a city. More of a town with delusions, but no, me neither.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, better than I do. Not far now, Mr. Marston. The fort's just over this hill.
Whoa. Easy.
Oh, take my gun out.
Come. Easy.
Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Let's go. Come on. Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me? You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge! No more Dutch! And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
So this guy's name is John. I, just not knowing any better, thought his name was Red. Works. Red. Red Dead Redemption. It's the lady from the train, I think. Well, that was an exciting mission. We'll go on and do one more, I suppose. Not that I have much choice.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
Was trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you. For saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I sure can use an extra pair of hands round here. Let's see if we can get you back in the saddle. There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
I picked out a fine horse for you. Let's make a tour of the ranch so you can get your bearings.
Come on!
Right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folks like yourself. This way! Where are you going, you strange man?
Automatically following her, and then all of a sudden I started running.
Come on, boys! That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. Giddy up!
Whoa!
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
This thing does not turn around the same as a car.
Come on, this is the only chance you're gonna get to rest. How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house, and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston.
Miss McFarland.
Remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. Ready, Mr. Marston? Let's mount up and patrol the ranch. Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again. Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team. rats are at it again. Come on, let's get rid of them once and for all. Get your rifle out. It's about time these little thieves met their maker. Good shot. Nice shooting. That's it. Kill those little varmints. You're a good shot, Mr. Marston. Them rabbits didn't stand a chance. Let's mount up and patrol the rest of the property. We should keep moving. There's still a ways to go. If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Was that a coyote? Get those pests before they scare the livestock.
Come on.
That coyote won't be back.
Yeah.
Good shooting, Marshal.
Come on. That makes you mine. Let's go. Let's go. Go.
You know,
It's something I've had a little experience in. Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
you're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston. Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
I heard the Southwestern goddamn Railroad Company's buying up even more land. Well, well, well.
Alright, well, there we go. That's it for right now for Red Dead Redemption. Thanks for watching.